Now, ladies and gentlemen, as of the past 24 hours, we have received a lot more leaks, information, and of course rumors surrounding a possible release of Source 2 and an operation in the fall and end side of things in 2022. And well, in today's video, I want to cover those specific leaks and then give my thoughts on what I think is going to happen at the end of this year. Is it going to be both, or is it just going to be one or the other? Because right now, technically, would be the best time to release that with a very high player count inside of CSGO, that being Source 2 or an operation with our concurrent player count almost reaching 1 million. And well, before we hop into this CSGO commentary for this week, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button and of course subscribe for weekly Counter-Strike Global Offensive videos. And here's a quick word from our video sponsor, Skins Monkey. Now today's video sponsor is of course Skins Monkey. Now if you guys are unfamiliar with what Skins Monkey is, they are currently the biggest growing Counter-Strike Global Offensive trading marketplace for skins, which is absolutely amazing with great fees as well. Let's just say you guys have some skins you're really not feeling anymore. Skins Monkey is the best way to trade them. In this trade, to be exact, I actually profited 18 cents, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, but considering it's a trading website, it's actually very, very good. Sign up today to get up to a $5 bonus, which is very nice. And if you've never used the website before, well, you can use my code MANDO, go up to the top right, you claim that bonus. And if you guys want to deposit with real life cash or crypto, you get a 25% deposit bonus, which is very, very nice. So now our main plug, and of course source for a lot of these leaks and rumors that I discuss for Source 2 and possible operations for the future that has been proven to be right on a few things in the past, is of course Gabe Follower. Now he has a Twitter account. If you guys want to go follow him, I really highly recommend you do so. You'll find out a lot of this information before I do, and of course make a video about it. And on top of that, he has a pretty cool YouTube channel where, for an example, he ported Source 2 over, which I've talked about in the past, and what Source 2 would look like, and the closest thing it would look like that we've seen in the past 10 years, really since ever CSGO came out. So I really suggest you go check him out, and we'll be using a couple of his tweets to base our video off of today. And Gabe Follower tweeted out just a couple hours ago as of making this video, today is the day. Every time a big Dota 2 update hits, there is new CSGO Source 2 leaks. Here are some new ones related to the player input. So I have no idea what I'm looking at, but this is pretty interesting. But he continues to talk about, do you like RTX? He said there's also some new skyboxes for the FPS game. What could it be? So if you guys know any Source 2 code or any code surrounding CSGO, then there you go. You know what you're looking at. I don't personally. And apparently this is for RTX tools, so like ray tracing and whatnot for NVIDIA graphics cards, I think over a 2070 in the 20 series going forward. And of course, yesterday he also talked about, just a few hours ago, devs joining a private Source 2 version that we previously discovered, of course, or he previously discovered. And of course, a Source 2 map, that being Cobblestone, which we've talked about in the last CSGO news. And that, of course, being a map that is being remastered most likely for Source 2 and being brought back, which is actually very, very exciting. Now, what we can take from all this at this point in time is obviously Valve is working on something. We've talked about this for months and months at this point in time. Most people are hoping, of course, it's an operation because I feel like most people know what Source 2 is already bringing to the table. I have talked about this in the past, what Source 2 is really going to do for the game. And realistically, at the beginning, it's going to be an absolute gong show, and it's really only going to be better for the future. And that's what they're doing with Source 2, is future-proofing CSGO. I think personally, with all the leaks surrounding Source 2 this past year, it is eventually going to get released. I think that's not going to come out until January or maybe in 2023. I think they're most importantly going to push out an operation. And the reason I believe that personally is if you look at the CSGO player count, the past 24 hours, we had 960,000 players. We've had over 1 million this just past month concurrently at some points, which has just been crazy. And that right there screams money for Valve. And just the past 43 minutes, there's been 500,000 people playing, and this is usually when people get off of work, especially over here in North America. So with the high player count, an operation releasing would be the best thing for Valve to do. They would get in the most amount of money possible and also the most amount of players, and therefore they'd be able to do something better and cooler in the future because they're receiving more money. And with Dota 2 receiving all these new updates, I think Valve is most likely going to push out some sort of CSGO update. This was a video I wanted to talk about the past couple of weeks, but there really wasn't that much information to just do it on for its own video. And that, of course, is Valve really doesn't care about CS. They really only care about Dota 2 and their other projects they've worked on. CSGO, I feel like, is just an afterthought for them, which is kind of sad considering there's a huge community and a lot of people behind it. That's just how I feel. And with more players coming recently and with them being more vocal with the community, and of course with the Rio Major coming really soon, I would expect some announcements, if not something to just pop up in the next couple of weeks. And with everyone talking about an operation on Twitter, Reddit, and just social media in general, Valve can see that we really want an operation, which that'd be very good and their eyes and probably ours as well. Now, with it being almost a year since Operation Riptide, that's given them a decent amount of time to, of course, work on an operation, and a lot more time than it took for them to go from Operation Broken Fang to Riptide. And I think they took a break in between there is because, well, Riptide and Broken Fang were very similar, and Riptide was a lot worse than Broken Fang. So I think with them taking more time for an operation is a lot better for them because they can do things like my operation wish list, make new challenges, make some maps that actually stick into the game. And of course, with an operation right now, they almost already have some of the tools involved with it. They already added some maps. That's all they really have to do for that. A new case, some new skins, and people will be happy. But will that be enough? And really the argument to all this is that yes, we just got maps, we just got stickers, we're getting the Rio Major, and that's enough content monetization-wise for Valve themselves. So at this point in time, we really don't know what's going on or what's going to release or when it's going to release. But we do know right now, Valve would probably drop the ball if they didn't release something very soon, especially because they care about money, and of course the player count's really high, which would just rake them in a whole bunch of cash. Let me know what you guys think down below. Which side are you guys on? Do you think we're going to receive anything in the next little while? That being an Operation or Source 2, maybe both at the exact same time, who really knows? And of course, make sure to check out Gabe Follower on Twitter, and of course his YouTube, for finding this stuff a lot faster than I would, and of course can make a video on some of these ideas. And of course leaks. Peace out.